95% of the time, we think, we feel, we respond, and we behave through our subconscious mind. We think we are conscious, we're present. No, that's not the case. We operate through our subconscious mind. So, how is this working? You need to have experience, you need to have information, you need to have data so you can actually think, you can actually feel, you can actually behave. You need to give a meaning to something, and you can only give a meaning if you have information about it. So I'll give you a simple example. 15 years ago, I did have an old guitar given to me by a very dear friend of mine, and I learned a few chords on this guitar and I loved it. But it was a very old guitar and rough looking, and it has all the stickers and writings, and it was very scruffy thing, but I loved that guitar. So my husband turned around and said, "You know what? This guitar, it's so old. I'm gonna buy you a branded new guitar. Please get rid of this. I cannot stand it anymore. I can look at it in our house." And of course, I didn't agree. I said, "No, please, I don't need a new guitar. I love my guitar." But he didn't give up. He kept going, returning to this subject, returning. And it took me a few months, and I was just fed up with him insisting. And I just wasn't thinking really. I just went with the flow. I said, "Okay, fine." And he get rid of my guitar. And at that moment, I didn't think anything of it. He bought me a branded new guitar, and it was all good. But then, as the time went, I started missing my old guitar. And I was like, "Oh my God, why did I let him get rid of my guitar? I loved it. That new branded guitar, it didn't fit my wrist properly. It wasn't my old guitar. It was, and I missed it. And with the time, I got so angry with him insisting to get rid of my guitar, and I get so angry with me actually saying yes to him, agreeing for him to get rid of my guitar. I did not tell him anything, but like, I don't know how often, maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, I don't know how often, but I will get back to those feelings that I miss my guitar and I regret him asking to get rid of it, and I regret me agreeing on it. And 10 years later, so I have this wooden vase, and we are sitting in our living room, and he goes, "You know what, darling, I just cannot stand this wooden vase anymore." And guess what happened? I exploded. I just fired back at him and went, "You do not dare throwing this vase away." I just exploded. So, was I in the present moment? He was telling me quite nicely, quite kindly, and I just went ballistic. Why is that? It's because I have the past experience of him getting rid of something that I love, and that emotion is stored at me, that anger. So I was not in the present moment. I could have turned around and said, "Look, darling, I'm gonna tell you only once. I love that vase. Please do not ask me anymore. I'm keeping that vase. I love it. I'll find a place for it that it's not gonna, disturb you." And the subject would have been probably over. But because I responded through my subconscious mind, not present in the present moment, my reaction, my feelings, my thoughts came from my subconscious mind. So that's how our subconscious mind works. And we think we are always present. We justify, "Yeah, but he did that in the past." Yes, he did it in the past, but now it's the present moment, and we can change our response to it, and we can change the result, the outcome. So hypnotherapy can actually help you recognize what is in your subconscious mind and reprogram it, basically. Put new suggestions. So if you're interested, please get in touch.